Legends of Aetherra. The storm's whisper. The dawn came soft and silver over the fishing village of Windrest. The tide rolled gently against the cliffs, and gulls wheeled lazily overhead. High above the docks, a boy balanced on the mast of a small boat, his arms stretched wide like wings. His name was Kael, and the wind had always been his closest friend. The villagers called him reckless, a dreamer who wandered when he should work. Even this morning, when the market square bustled with trade, Kael lingered near the stalls, tossing an apple in the air instead of carrying nets. "Storm's coming, boy," warned old Farron, a fisherman with skin like worn leather. "The kind that eats ships whole." Kael grinned, shrugging off the words. "Storms don't scare me." From behind him, a calm voice answered. "They should." It was Liora, the healer's apprentice, carrying a basket of herbs. Her eyes, the deep green of sea glass, studied the horizon. She didn't smile. That was when the wind changed. It came sharp and electric, coiling through the village in a way that raised the hair on the back of Kael's neck. Above, clouds gathered unnaturally fast, dark and heavy, swirling like a living thing. A low hum, more felt than heard, vibrated in the air. "That's no ordinary storm," Liora murmured. From the boiling clouds, dark shapes emerged, sleek black gliders slicing through the sky. Storm raiders. Their armor gleamed with streaks of lightning, their voices sharp with command. "Search every home. Bring me the boy," their leader barked. Panic tore through Windrest. People ran for cover, clutching children and scattering baskets of fish. Kael barely had time to react before a raider lunged at a young child in the street. Without thinking, Kael shoved the attacker away, only to feel a sudden explosion of air burst from his body. 3 raiders were flung backwards, tumbling into the sea. The world seemed to hold its breath. Villagers stared. So did Kael. The leader's eyes narrowed. "Found him." Kael's heart slammed in his chest. He didn't understand what had happened, but he knew he had to run. Liora grabbed his wrist, and they bolted down narrow alleys, vaulting over crates and splashing through puddles. Lightning struck dangerously close, forcing them toward the cliffs. Kael's foot slipped on the edge, but before he could fall, a sudden updraft caught him, lifting him back to safety. He stumbled, wide-eyed. "What was that?" he gasped. Liora's voice was almost a whisper. "I think you just heard the storm's whisper." The air around them thickened again. Raiders closed in, their weapons glowing with static. The leader raised his blade, but before it fell, Kael felt the wind roar inside him, swirling faster and faster until it howled like a hurricane. The screen of his mind went black, and somewhere beyond, a name, Aetherborn, echoed like distant thunder.